We were literally so scared that you were going to listen to our podcast.
Yeah,
I did.
And then not respond.
And you were attracted to me.
Yeah.
Totally get it. I don't blame you.
The teacher.
Yeah.
Ryan wished he so wished he was seen as a gifted kid, but he was not. He was seen as kind of a damaged kid.
Yes, no, maybe. I don't know. Can you repeat? Yes, no, 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 maybe.
Welcome to Yes, No, Maybe. My name is Ryan.
My name is Willa.
We are brother and sister. We have a podcast about Malcolm in the Middle, and that's what you're listening to, folks.
This is it. And this is a very special episode, not a watch-along episode as we usually do. We've got a guest here. Craziest circumstances. Only in New York City would this happen. I was on the train and I heard a very familiar voice. You were wearing a mask, so I wasn't exactly sure, but I heard this voice and I thought, I think I recognize it. And lo and behold, it was Catherine Lloyd Burns, Carolyn Miller herself on the train. And I just had to go up and say hi, so I did. And I told you about the podcast, and you immediately, so nicely, said that you'd love to come on. And here you are. We've got Carolyn Miller.
How you guys?
We'll put in thunderous applause.
Yeah, thunderous shouting,
If
screaming.
the building is shaking.
Seriously.
Yes, can I help you?
Oh my goodness. Hi. Hello. I'm Carolyn Miller from Malcolm's school. I sent you some letters and left some messages on your answering machine.
Okay, fine, you caught me. What do you want?
It's so great to have you here. And I think it's apt that I heard your voice, because I feel like you have such a iconic voice.
I mean, not to me.
Yes, of course.
I sound
of course.
totally regular.
Was that ever a thing in your career that did people comment on that?
Oh,
ever?
yeah, they were like, you'll never work. You must deal with your voice. You have to get highlights. You can't go out in this condition. Yeah.
To me, it's like the quintessential teacher voice now, because you play the teacher.
Oh, that's funny.
I'm like, oh, that's what a teacher sounds like.
Well, that's really funny.
Willa, after she met you, freaked out over text message. She's like, guys. And I was like, what? I stopped what I was doing and called her. And we knew it was just totally blew our minds.
That's so cute.
And then we were really worried that you were going to listen to the podcast.
I did.
I
did, and then I got scared.
Yeah.
Really? What was scary about it?
The snark,
Yeah.
and just I was like, I mean, of course it occurred to me that Carolyn was a little off, you know, and this scene in the and I did watch one episode because I haven't seen the show in a really long time. And I know that I had always liked the episode where they go to the hospital and they make me come over.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you guys were like, well, she obviously wants to fuck Malcolm. I was like, oh my God, is it that obvious? But he wasn't the one, really.
He wasn't.
No.
He wasn't. I mean, Francis
wasn't.
is the cutie, let's be honest.
I would not do Francis.
But also, I mean, I think it's obvious, it's a sitcom, so they're going to heighten the obsessions, the relationships.
Yeah.
And what I thought more was that, we're obviously joke about that, and I think Malcolm himself is like, she's flirting with me or whatever, but
which I really was not.
Yes.
But
course,
I mean, what's funny is that I think I saw myself in that show as the only normal person in his life, which is so hilarious because there's nothing normal about me at all.
Yes.
But I was just this poor child. I can help him. Who can talk to him? He's surrounded by crazy people. And I obviously was quite, I had just, I forget, what is it? I'm like, oh, well, I just had a few glasses of Chardonnay. I'm not really able, but I will ride. I just wanted to help him.
Yeah.
It feels like her desire to help him almost drives her to be as crazy as the other people, too. Well,
everyone in his life is crazy,
right.
But I think none of us think we're crazy.
Totally.
We just are everyone is a threat to children except for us.
Mm-hmm. That's why one of my favorite is when you and Lois have that heart-to-heart, and you're kind of...
Which I don't remember, but I know that it happened, and it was really fun.
Yeah.
Because she's fucking great.
She's so
when I was a girl, I had all these crazy romantic dreams. I wanted to be a blackjack dealer in an Indian reservation. Didn't work out. Stubby thumbs.
Well, at least you have your home and your family. All I come home to every night are 3 howling cats and Bob.
Who's Bob?
My shower head.
You grew up around theater and film, or was that in your life?
My father had a job, and it was to sell the foreign distribution rights of like very misogynistic classic American sitcoms.
Totally.
Bewitched, I Dream of Jeannie, Father Knows Best. So part of his job was to take pictures with the people from those shows, and I was like, oh my God. I was obsessed with TV, and I watched TV all the time.
Same. we were big TV
What
kids.
were your favorite TV shows growing up?
Malcolm in the Middle was a big...
But that was older. Yeah, you were...
Although, no,
like, as a formative child.
I mean, I was born in 1999, so it was around.
That's ridiculous.
I know. I was born in 2001. The show predates me.
It's insane. We watched, The Simpsons a lot.
Yeah.
I watched Seinfeld and Friends.
Friends. What did you take away from Friends?
Friends was a big one.
But, like, how old were you and what was it teaching you? That's what
parents didn't really set limits. Like, I knew kids that, and we've talked about this, that, like, they would come to our house and they'd be like, can we watch TV? Because they weren't allowed to,
Right.
Yep.
So, kind of like the Krellboynes. Like, they were like the kids that parents were very strict, and our parents, like, didn't give a shit. So...
We were Malcolms in a world of Stevies.
We were Malcolms in a world of Stevies. But they... I think we learned probably some more adult things younger than we should have. And I remember Friends bits that totally went over my head. There's this whole bit of Monica talking about, like, the female orgasm. Kayla and I have talked about that episode about, she's, like, talking about, like, all the erogenous zones or something. And I remember as a kid being like, what is this? Like, and I saw all that as a kid.
It away
exactly. And then later I go, oh, totally.
Well, yeah. It's interesting. I feel like I learned everything from TV. And it wasn't good what I learned. Yeah. Like, I learned that, women kind of sit around scantily clad in a bottle waiting for the man that they love, who he makes them call him master, to come out of the bottle to do him a favor. So I was like, okay. But in Bewitched, she's a witch.
Yes.
And she falls head over heels for this man. They get married, and then on their honeymoon, she's like, I gotta tell you something. Anyway, the point of the pilot is that she promises to never be a witch.
Right.
And then the whole series. Yes, literally. So I was like, okay, so that's what marriage is. Like, you take away all the things that are special about you because that's how you can be with a man.
So then when you heard about Malcolm, or you were getting cast for it, or in that process, were you like, oh, another sitcom, or were you...
No, I always wanted to be in sitcoms, but I was very slow to understand that the things that I thought were actually fucked up when I was 4, 5, always were legitimate.
Right.
Like, I just was like, that's how life is. I didn't know, like, my dad died when I was 9, and suddenly we had all these books in the house, like Simone de Beauvoir, and like feminine and feminist, not feminine, but like feminist gyms. I was like, well, that makes sense because he's dead and they're allowed to publish that now.
Whoa.
And he was great, but he just was very old fashioned.
Right. It's interesting that, like, when we're talking about, like, sort of like gender dynamics and, like, being very rigid in, like, old sitcoms. And I think one of the things that I latched on to in Malcolm in the Middle, before I even had the words to describe it, like, or the insight or the, like, knowledge about, what it was doing, is that, like, it does sort of flip the paradigm on its head a little bit when it comes to Hal and Lois.
Yeah.
And like, what I always responded to is that Lois is very much the man of the house. Yeah. And Hal is more like the maternal figure, which felt very true to our family.
For our family.
Right.
Our dad is very maternal, and like, and our mom is very, like, blunt, intense, like, and
pick
so
this shit up.
And we always felt like that was kind of like, we felt like we saw our mom in there.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah.
I think it's cool to see a mother character that's so strong-willed and level-headed and yes, scary, but so smart. And then on the flip side, a father who's, like, very sensitive and in touch with his own emotions and feelings.
Yeah, that's totally beautiful.
Yeah, it is. It is.
When you'd heard about Malcolm in the Middle for the first time, or when they approached you about it, do you remember, like, what the kind of, like, pitch was, or, like, what the sort of angle was of, like, this is, what's different about the show?
They did I didn't really even pick up any. Like, that's so deep what you're saying, and so true. And, like, on the set, like, both Hal and Jane are geniuses. Like, we all had such a good time, and I was a selfish actor, and I was like, oh, my scene. I wasn't really thinking about the family dynamics, and I wasn't in that many episodes.
Yeah, I think you were in 12 we saw.
I was at school, you know, like, my whole world was a very different world, and I was very obsessed in the show with taking care of the kids, because we often were, like, filming on a tarmac, which is black, in the valley, you know, sun beating down, and I was like, does everyone have water? Who has put sunblock on this child? Where's your mother? Like, I was just
you became almost the teacher.
I was just really worried about the kids.
Yeah, that's very sweet.
And it was always fun when I was in their house, because I just, a lot of the time I wasn't. What was like
working with all those kids? Were they all like all pretty professional actor kids, or did they kind of just pull from wherever? And
I mean, there were the main Krell boys who were super professional, and then there was like a lot of extras, you know, and it's like weird on a set because you have to have your mom if you're a minor. So there was like all these sort of levels of, I don't know. There were like the actors, the professional moms, and some of the moms annoy the crew.
Totally.
And there's just like a lot going on.
All right, class. Recess is over. I know. Malcolm, I think you should say something to your classmates. They stayed inside while you were out playing ball with your friends.
Thanks.
Did you interact with Linwood Boomer a lot, or was that?
Yeah, I mean, he was very hands-on. He was there every day.
And I know he said that a lot of it's like inspired by his childhood.
Yeah, so he really had very clear ideas about how everything should be. And I think they had a really different idea of the teacher, actually, because the first day that I came to work, all the costumes were like these sort of moo-moos and like very big ethnic beads. And I was like, what the fuck is that? Like, what is that? Because I didn't want to, I was just like, I don't understand. That's not how I auditioned. Because I didn't see that, and I didn't really understand what kind of person that was. And I think the wardrobe person was like, oh, great, we have another pain in the ass. And I was just like, I don't get it. I'm not saying I'm not going to do it. I didn't actually say, I was just like, I don't get it. And then they all went away and came back and were like, okay, fine, wear regular clothes. And I was like, okay. I feel like his teacher at that time was some very out there.
Right, a little bit woo-woo maybe.
Yeah, which I'm down with. I just didn't, that's not how, I wasn't bringing any of that into the audition, so I was confused.
Right, I'm sure he just was like, oh, I'm going to dress them as I remember.
I guess, yeah.
That's interesting. You didn't grow up in California, right? You were in New York?
Yes.
Nice. Kayla's also from New York.
Oh, really? Where?
From the Upper West Side.
Yes.
Where are you from?
Well, I lived on the Upper West Side, on the Upper East Side. Most of my life was in the Village.
Oh, where'd you go to high school?
I went to a commune boarding school.
But did you see any of your like middle school experience in this, or growing up experience, or was it very different? Like,
it was pretty different. I mean, I wasn't like, first of all, I mean, like, my siblings are so much older than me that I was almost an only child. So that whole like craziness, and also just like all boys like beating on each other, you know, like, it's just, no, I didn't have that. Is it just you guys?
We have an older sister also, so I'm the youngest, then it goes Willa, then Olivia.
Right.
Yeah, and we would beat up on him a little bit, but then he got big, and it's just like, okay.
Yeah, it changes everything.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember like once being on vacation with a boyfriend, and we were in a, you know, restaurant, and there was a man and his wife and their 3 daughters, and I was like, oh my God. Like, he's just the only guy forever. Like, every place he goes, this is the dynamic. And I'd never thought about that in a family before, like how intense that must be for parents, you know? Which is partly, I guess, why Lois is just like, I'm not going to put up with that.
Right.
Look, honey, you're probably very bright, but you got a lot to learn about boys. First off, they are able to think maybe 3 minutes into the future. And it's our job to make sure that future comes crashing down on them within the time limit.
And it's interesting, too, just to get back to the other sitcom thing. Like, I think in the 60s, the sitcoms were that the women really were running the house, but in a very subversive way where they pretend, like the man pretended, I'm in charge. And then the minute he left, they were like, all right, we have to rearrange everything. Whereas Lois is just like, you are not in charge.
Right. And they have such a mutual respect and love for each other.
And they have sex.
They have the hots for each other. They're
totally.
just like very, which is very like The Simpsons too. Like they always have like an active sex life, which was always just like,
it's helpful
okay, that's
in a
nice.
marriage.
Like that's very healthy.
Yeah, and there's never like the classic like, oh, there's never arcs where they're not in love or where they're breaking up or something. I think I like how that bond is always still.
All right, well, you're
together.
making me really love the show.
I know. We obviously like the fun thing about this podcast that we do is obviously it's a sitcom, it's goofy, but it's kind of fun to get like in the weeds and deep about something.
Yeah, you go deep.
I think Linwood Boomer was putting a lot of real heart into it.
He totally was. Yeah.
Was the scripting very strict, or was there kind of ad-libbing?
No, he was very strict.
Okay.
Very, very strict.
Yeah, what was set? So you spoke a little bit about set life. Like, it was a good atmosphere on set, like, compared to other ones you've been on?
Most of the sitcoms that I was a regular on were 3-camera, like, Friends style.
Yeah.
And they were also ensembles. Like this, I wasn't really part of the ensemble.
Right.
So it was just different. It was a different atmosphere. And it's like you're doing, like, I came in, I left, I came in.
Right. And
I think my experience would be really different from, like, Malcolm's or...
Was he fun to work with?
Yeah, I mean, he was so... It seemed like he was so excited. You know, and his mom was there, and he was just, like, really determined to make a career for himself. And he was pretty little.
Yeah.
I feel like, what was he, 12 or something? Like, didn't his voice change on the show, or it was changing during the pilot or something? Yeah. So I did my tape, and then I had to go to L.A. and get in a room with all the executives, which is just... madness.
Right.
Where's the casting? You can't even see where the casting person is. And then I left.
So you had to move your life to LA then?
No, Malcolm, I was living here, and I went back.
Oh, that was a different job. That was a
different job.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, I did get Malcolm.
Yes,
and I did it.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, that.
Phew, I
know that would be so awkward. You were talking to the wrong person.
So you were saying they shoot with one camera, right? Or maybe two or something.
Probably two. I mean, in those days, it was called a single camera, and now they probably use more.
Right.
But it's like, as opposed to in front of a live audience sitcom where it's 3 cameras and it's just a totally, it's more like doing a play.
Right.
Yeah, we think that we talk a lot about how beautifully shot this show is.
So amazing.
And
I was the DP.
Oh, that changes everything.
It does. You have to re-prepare.
Like, did setting up shots take a lot of time, I guess, more than...
I mean, not more than usual. It always takes a while. And you're not really there. They don't want anybody on the set while they're figuring that out. So you're not... There's the crew, and then there's... The other
talent.
Yeah, it's annoying.
It's how they call it, the talent.
It is. And, you know, or like you're going to the bathroom. We're like, oh my God, no, you go first. I'm like, it's okay. You also have to pee. Like, it's fine.
Yeah, strange amount of like deference.
Yes. It's like totally like a classist situation. Yeah.
Yeah, it is weird.
When the show started airing, and you know, it was a pretty big hit right off off the bat. Did people start recognizing you? Did things change for you? Like,
no, that never happened to me. And I totally remember the first show that I did. I was like, oh my God, I'm going to go to Ralph's tonight. And everybody's going to be like, and no one said anything.
Yeah.
And Malcolm, people do recognize me, but it's because it's been on for so long.
Yeah.
Like, I don't really feel like when it was on in real time, anybody gave a shit, but now...
Are there certain things people say to you, or they're just like, Caroline, oh my God.
Nobody says Caroline.
Come on.
They don't.
Fans.
They might say, were you in Malcolm in the Middle? But they never say, Caroline. No.
I guess we're a little too steeped
You're a little bit dialed in.
You know what?
Yeah.
Maybe that's
And
true.
that's beautiful.
it is a funny
But
thing,
I don't think you're the baseline.
No.
Okay.
I sort of think, I mean, for Christ's sake, we have a fucking podcast about the show. And so I sometimes I'm like, yeah, I have a podcast about
Everybody
Malcolm in the
knows
Middle.
this much about Malcolm. No, they
We
don't.
had an argument about whether or not this podcast is niche or not.
Yeah.
And what did you decide?
I mean...
They were like, it's not niche. Everybody knows everything about this show.
You're wrong.
Okay. Not everybody knows everything. But I do think it's one of those shows that, like, a lot of people have watched.
They have, but not with the care and attention for detail and analyzation of their own families, perhaps.
True.
So that was always the idea for this podcast, is like it's a plea for a cultural kind of reevaluation of the show, because it like really warrants the
put it further in the zeitgeist.
Yeah. But it's good because your window, and that's why you're making it like a memoir, is that the window for you guys is your own childhood and family dynamics, which is different.
It's true. It's true.
And that's why it is niche and why it's very sweet.
So did you had a daughter? Well, it's funny, your character gets pregnant at the end of the show.
That was her.
You were pregnant for real?
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah. Aww. I had to fly back.
So she's in the show.
8th month, yep.
Oh, that's sweet.
You flew in your 8th month?
Yeah, we did the first season, and then they said that they weren't going to have me come back. But then they had me come back twice.
Is that because they wanted to like transition Malcolm to another teacher? Like,
I don't. You really have to ask them. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, they did give him another teacher.
Yeah. Yeah, the famous Herkeby.
And I didn't ever see an episode with him. I'm sure he was great.
Yeah.
But I think
scary.
I was better.
He's kind of like...
He's no Caroline.
No, he's no Caroline.
Well, he was just
evil. He's
evil.
He's evil.
Interesting.
Yeah.
The take is sort of that he's a grown-up, like Malcolm almost. Like what he was sort of a gifted kid when at his time. That never kind of,
I was always weirdly attracted to him. I think...
Why?
I don't know. His kind of like evilness was kind of like, ooh.
A turn on.
Yeah, I don't know what that was. But we can talk about that another time.
Why?
Maybe, I don't know, this kind of repressed nature. Yeah, he's a good-looking guy. Again.
You were attracted to me.
Yeah.
Totally get it. I don't blame you.
The teacher.
Yeah.
Ryan so wished he was seen as a gifted kid, but he was not. He was seen as kind of a damaged kid.
Yeah, exactly. No, it's true, I was.
So you're like super sensitive.
He was a sensitive kid in our family. I think so.
Yeah. Do you take after your mom?
Me, I think I'm a little bit more like my dad, but like Ryan's more like my mom in that he's more of like a hothead a little bit.
Really?
Yeah.
Big time.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And Willa's kind of a mediator. Willa's sort of Willa's kind of a conflict averse, and so she's always trying to...
are you into conflict?
Am I into conflict?
I'd give that a yes.
I'm sort of, I guess so, yeah.
Okay,
I'm very
cool.
prone to conflict, I suppose.
Really?
I'm getting better at it, but...
You are.
But...
I mean, it was hard. Like, I think there's a big chunk of our childhood that was very conflict heavy and tumultuous when our parents split up, when we were like...
Oh, yeah.
When I was 13 and Ryan was 11.
Yeah.
And it was like we don't talk to each other anymore kind of divorce.
Oh, no.
So it was very like...
That's really hard.
Yeah.
My dad died when I was 9, and my mom always used to say, "You're so lucky," because your father died, and it's much harder to have parents who get divorced. And I was like, "What is wrong with you? Like, why do you?" I was like, does not make any sense at all. But I see now it's really hard.
Yeah, it's weird. It's very weird. And I think honestly, that was a period where we really got into Malcolm in the Middle.
Yeah, it was. It was around that time.
It was around their divorce that we were like, this show is very comforting and like hilarious and shows a family that's got a lot of love.
And you could watch it at each parent's house.
Yeah, yeah.
It's grounding.
Yeah, and that's kind of when we both got really into film and TV in general. And now then Ryan studied film, and I.
Oh yeah.
And he went to NYU, which I know your mom worked there. Or?
Yeah, and I went to NYU.
You did?
Wow. Yeah.
Oh, cool. What dorm did you live in?
I didn't live in a dorm. I had an apartment.
Fancy.
Once I went, I never lived at home after I went away to high school.
Wow. Right. Oh, because you did boarding school.
Yeah.
Damn.
But it wasn't like boarding school. It was literally like a commune.
Wow. Okay. It's a little hippy dippy.
It was very hippy dippy. A bit.
I do get a sense of that with Caroline a little bit. I don't know why.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
I do.
Yeah,
I
do too.
Always felt like she was a little bit, maybe just because she was more emotional and like in tune with that with Malcolm.
Yeah,
I feel like I see her like burning incense at home and shit.
Yeah, I think she had some rituals going on. Which would have made sense then with those moo-moos and those big beats. Yeah. I just didn't.
No.
I just didn't see that.
No, I liked her style. I think. Did you just get to pick what she wore?
No, they would bring things, and then I'd be like, you try them all on, and then you're supposed to, as an actor, like smile in the outfit that you like and not really look happy in the ones that you don't, as a way to indicate to the producer which one you want to wear.
That's so
because they
weird.
don't talk to you direct. Like, it's unless you're like the lead, you don't really get to collaborate as much.
Mm-hmm. We actually
huge
ran
long shot.
Yeah.
But do you remember it was the costume designer named Yvette? Do you remember? Yeah, our neighbor, when we were kids, our neighbor turned out to work on Malcolm in the Middle.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that was our first thing where we're like, we have an in on this.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And then little did I know, I just had to ride the train to finally meet someone.
Yeah, you just had to get on public transportation. Who was your favorite brother, though?
Ooh,
you liked Francis.
Well,
Were you devastated when it turned out that he was related to a...
Yeah, that's not a good situation.
I mean, you can't judge the whole family, but...
the sins of the father and all that. But no, I liked Francis and his rebellious nature, but I always loved the weirdness of Dewey, too.
Dewey's a genius, but I really was into, what's the other brother?
Was Reese.
I love Reese. Reese is awesome.
Yeah.
Reese is awesome.
I felt like he really, like, as an actor, was just... Because Francis had, like, his bad boy thing, and Malcolm was the lead. Do you know what I mean? And Dewey was just so fucking weird. But I really felt like Reese carved out, like, a...
Yeah.
I mean, if you read the scripts, he didn't have that much guidance exactly, and I feel like he really just, like, came in and took a bite of it. I was really impressed with him.
Yeah. Because he is kind of a bad boy in some ways.
Totally.
He's like the spiky hair.
And he's like mad and shit, but I thought he was really good.
He's kind of like the Bart Simpson archetype.
Yeah.
Not even just with the spiky hair, but then also he does bring a certain sensitivity to it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he has so much, he has insecurity oozing out.
Yeah.
And you know that there's something missing there, and that... And he's like, I like how like self-aware he is. Like Reese constantly is like, "Well, you're the genius, and I'm dumb." Like, he'll say it, and I'm like, "Well, isn't that horrific?" Like, even I just rewatched the episodes that you were in season 2, and he in one of them is like. He's like excited to beat up the Krellboynes, and Malcolm was like, "Don't you get bored of it or something?" And he's like, "No, because like someday when they're in their mansions with their hot wives, they'll know the guy cleaning their pool beat their ass."
Right.
I'm like, Jesus Christ, you know?
Yeah.
But so funny, and you're right. He's younger than Frankie Muniz, that actor.
Oh,
Justin.
really?
Yeah, he's actually younger than him.
I didn't even know that.
But did you keep in contact with any of the people on the show, or not?
Not really. I would
or...
run into Jane and Brian sometimes, but I didn't. I didn't really keep in touch with them. I think I was like, oh, they got another teacher. Well, fuck them.
Yeah. I mean, it seems like also a big reason why they're even doing a reboot and stuff is that it was like helmed by such a nice group of people, right? Like I feel like if the actors hated each other or if there was like bad blood on set, it wouldn't happen. Probably.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I think it just was like. It was a really good show.
Yeah.
So
it's
you
true.
know.
It's true.
Probably once they listened to our podcast, they were like, "We should reboot this."
I think that is what happened.
I think it's a bit of a catalyst, sort of right place, right
It
time.
was a perfect storm. Yeah. And you were definitely a major.
We knew. I kind of before there was a reboot, I figured because we've been talking about doing this podcast for years, and I figured they will do a reboot. Like they want to. The show is kind of a cult classic. Whatever. Everybody's still alive and down to do it.
Yeah.
And so I was like, we do this podcast. We do a couple seasons, then there's the reboot, then it's free promotion, then we get some people from the show onto our podcast.
Oh, totally.
I had a whole roadmap.
I'm sure you could get them.
And everything's falling into place, right?
I'm sure you could.
This setup.
With this, yeah.
Yeah, with this studio, I think it's not going to be a problem.
Yeah, oh my God.
Dude, you might be the match that lights the flame that becomes the wildfire that is.
But I do. I think most people love to talk about. It was a fun show.
Yeah.
I have a question that I've just been curious about. Like, when you're acting in a scene with Frankie Muniz and he does the fourth wall break, is he looking to another camera? Are they shooting on two cameras at once?
I think that was like a separate take.
Okay, yeah, I'm sure. Yeah,
they do their own little thing.
It's like 100 years ago. Literally, you guys.
I think the image of you with like the burger and the clown makeup is like
so
kind of
good.
makes its rounds on the internet. It's like
really?
Yeah,
it was
that
was a really good episode.
I
was pretty excited.
Yeah, just to like dress up and
and to just have like so much going on.
Yeah, that is definitely your starring episode. I think.
Did you show your daughter Malcolm in the Middle at all?
All her friends are obsessed with Malcolm in the Middle, and so she was like, all right, I'll watch it. Like, she was really into Skins.
Oh, my God. Dangerous.
Yeah.
That's
like Malcolm in the Middle was like...
Right. It's like a Euphoria light. Skins was.
Uh-huh. Actually, but she liked Skins more because she said Skins was like actual teenagers, whereas Euphoria was... paid professionals.
Totally. Right.
And Skins traumatized those kids. Like they took their clothes. They did all kinds of stuff. I mean, I think they're all proud of it, but there's so many podcasts by actors from that show just like, yeah, I wasn't really emotionally ready.
We're going to have our Skins podcast coming out.
And I will also be on that one.
Yeah. Kathy's going to actually co-host that with just me, just the girls.
Yeah. Sorry.
I actually had such a binge of Skins like last year. I don't know why. I just like watched all of it.
If you do a Skins podcast, you should have my daughter on because she has watched every episode like 1,000 times.
That's so funny. That is very opposite. That's maybe on the opposite end of the spectrum of Malcolm in the Middle.
It's a little different, yeah.
We're going to the dentist.
You know, your character gets pregnant. You actually got pregnant. And then we watched that movie that you made and co-wrote, Everything Put Together.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Did you like it?
Yeah, we
loved
did.
it. Yeah. It's very intense.
It's
sad.
so intense. Yeah. And it was at Sundance when I was pregnant.
Oh, no way.
Wow.
And I had to watch it, like, every day, like 5 times a day. And I was like, okay, everything's going to be fine.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to lose this.
For people that don't know, it's about, like, a woman who gets pregnant and a friend of pregnant friend. It's just, her friends
it's about
are all
SIDS,
in a group. Yeah, and then her baby dies of SIDS. And
You worked with Nora Ephron, right?
You know, I did.
That's fucking cool.
Very cool.
Yeah, that was really fucking cool.
That's really cool.
Yeah, do you like, you like theater better than...
Theater is an incredible experience because, like, it'll be another great show tomorrow, but it won't be that show.
Right.
So I do love plays.
Yeah, you're in a play right now.
Yes.
What is that called?
It's called You Can't Take It With You, and it was written in 1936.
Wow.
And it's really... Did you read it?
Yeah, I'm an actor. So
Oh, yeah. So did you love it when... I mean, it was my favorite play, like, when I was in acting
I think I
school.
probably read it, too.
Yeah, it's very...
It's about a crazy, dysfunctional family, and it's kind of like the prototype for the Addams family. Like, there's one normal daughter, and everyone else is crazy, and she's the only one that leaves the house every day and goes to an office, and she falls in love with a really normal guy.
Wow.
And then she has to bring him home, and she thinks that she shouldn't. She's like, you're not going to love me anymore once you meet my family. But he does.
Very sweet. When is that running?
It's very short. It's running. It opens like the 22nd of May for 2 weeks.
Okay.
But
we
We're
will
going
go.
to come see it.
Oh, that's cute.
We'd love to come see it.
It's at the Brooklyn Center for Research.
Oh,
It's
cool.
in Greenpoint.
So another project you were... Yeah, we only watched Everything Put Together.
Well, that's insulting.
Do you have a favorite film of yours that you worked on, or?
I loved The Baxter.
Yeah, that's the Michael Showalter.
Yeah, that was really
I love
fun.
Michael
And I did really love Keeping the Faith. It was cute and sweet and actually like much wiser than I thought at the time. And I don't even know if I remember everything.
You were on ER?
Oh my God, yes, I was on ER.
ER is awesome.
I could not believe when I got that job. And then I went to the set and I was like, oh my God. Because it's like the fucking ER room. Like it's great and it's just in the middle of a sound session. I was like, oh my God. And then I was getting ready to do my scene and the doctor who was doing it with me was like, didn't we do a play together? I was like, absolutely not. You are on ER. No. She was like, yeah, I feel like we did. And I was like, it definitely didn't happen. And we did. And she remembered me and I was like, oh my God.
You're just like, I couldn't have.
I could not have. Like, you are the main doctor on this show.
That's awesome. That's so fun. Oh, and then you worked with Michael Showalter later on Search Party? Or did he work on that? Yeah.
I mean, he
Produced it or something?
He was the teacher of the two people who wrote it, who are fucking geniuses.
Oh, wow.
I mean,
love
he is
that
also
show.
a genius and a legend. But that show, I really could not believe. I was much more aware of how good that show was. Like Malcolm, I thought was good, but like you're making me realize that is really, really good.
Yeah.
But when I was doing Search Party, I was like, damn.
Yeah.
They're amazing.
Did they contact you about the reunion or the revival at all?
They did, and it was the same time as the play, so I didn't do it. Now, of course, I'm sad.
Yeah.
I was sad then, too, but I really was excited about doing this play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I did it.
I think that's fine.
Yeah,
well, thank you.
I think that's
Thank
absolutely
you.
fine and
Should
great.
we process it
We'll
more?
see the play. So.
Yeah.
And you'll see the reboot and be like, all right, well,
And who knows? Maybe they'll do another.
not the right choice for her career.
No, they're gonna have Herkeby back, and I'm gonna be like, oh,
He's
God.
definitely coming back. Everybody.
Everybody's back.
There's like 18 people
I think
coming
Stevie
back.
has gauges now in
I don't know
his
if
ears.
Probably.
big ass earrings.
He's beautiful. He's a beautiful
He's a
young
beautiful
man.
Oh, well, see, you could have.
I know. I've got a lot of work to do. I got a lot of calls to make.
Yeah, you do.
I have a boyfriend of 5 years.
Well, that's great.
I've known Stevie for longer.
We could bring someone
That's
in.
true. You have known Stevie for longer.
Yeah.
He's part of.
That's a good point. That's a really good point.
Yeah.
It's
Do
only
you
4
think
episodes.
Okay. Do you think he called Malcolm when he said, Malcolm recites Shakespeare in one of the episodes.
Yeah.
In the Krellboy class. And Stevie looks at him and he goes, okay, homeo. Do you think he's calling him a homo? Is that the joke?
I guess. I mean, I don't know.
We had a big debate.
We had a big debate about because I was like, I think he's calling him homie, but it's like.
Well, he probably is calling him homie, and homeo comes out, and it's a double entendre.
It could be a double entendre.
That's what I think.
All right.
Bring it on, homeo.
Did they ever say where it took place? To you? Do you recall? That's I mean, they never say it in the show.
Oh God!
So maybe I was thinking like you had some exclusive, like it's in Cincinnati.
I
or whatever.
know exactly where it is.
I don't.
The Valley.
I mean, to me, it was the Valley.
Yeah.
But I guess I'm not like a good actor.
You go.
Was the classroom interior a stage?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, good. Check. What do you think Malcolm's last name is?
I've never thought about it. It never.
They never say.
I
never say in the show.
never. I didn't even notice. Like, I literally don't know.
They do say it. They do say it twice, but it's different each time.
Wilkerson?
Oh yeah, that sounds familiar.
Okay.
Didn't I say? Don't I say like to Lois in the first episode, Mrs. Somebody?
Oh.
Do I? I feel like
know.
that could happen.
Here's another question. Mm-hmm. You come to the front door. Lois opens the door. Did you see the twins?
No.
I'm here because I think that there is a tremendous opportunity for. Could you, maybe put a top on?
They're just boobs, lady. You see them in the mirror every morning, and I'm sure yours are a lot nicer than mine.
Where do you think Stanley went? You can take this. You can take this. I know.
who that
You
is.
can take this where.
Who is Stanley?
There we go.
They wrote out the janitor that I ran off with.
No, but that's true.
That's another one. You
Yeah.
ran off with the janitor is the theory, right? Or
I
or
was
guess
a
it's
loose
confirmed.
cannon.
Yeah, I mean, Carolyn, what are you going
I
to do?
mean, at least I left the children alone.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, that's what I think
Oh
is
God,
good
yeah.
about Carolyn.
Oh, good God, yeah.
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
The janitor was of age,
Yes, yes.
and I did good modeling.
Who was your favorite Krellboy?
I don't know. I only was prepared to answer about the brothers.
I
don't-
Yeah, you said Reese. Yeah,
I
yeah.
loved Reese. Thought he
Yeah.
was awesome. They were all
Do
great.
you see yourself as what? Like, who do you relate to most out of the brothers?
None of them.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess Dewey.
Dewey.
I'm a
We're all Deweys.
Dewey.
I'm a Dewey.
So cute.
If you don't got some Dewey in you, you got something
There's
wrong
something
with you.
wrong. You need to go back to bed and wake up with more Dewey.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Dewey's
No,
like the
Dewey.
creative.
Yeah.
He is.
He is.
He's just like on another planet. Dewey is like, like sort of like a cat. Like he's
Yeah.
kind of like part of this time zone, also in the future. Like cats are just
Transcends.
like
Yeah.
it's now, it's also yesterday,
Yeah.
and I know it's 100 years later.
Right,
Liminal
right.
space.
Yeah, totally. But also just so sweet
It's
and like
true.
a kitten.
Yeah. I don't think he's not. They
He's
recast
not.
him.
He's not- he's not with
'Cause
acting.
He doesn't.
He's just
we
not
had this.
interested.
Did we tell that on the show that we had an Uber driver one time? Did we say that? We had an Uber driver one time. Ryan and I. It's also just a random Malcolm in the Middle thing that was like, guess who was in my Uber?
The
And
driver
we-
said this to
Yeah, the
us.
driver, and we were like, I don't know, and he goes, Dewey. Malcolm in the middle.
Right before
It
us.
from Boston, or was that here?
No, this was San Francisco. We're from San Francisco. And
sweet.
he said he drove him for hours to some beach party.
Oh, my God.
And that they were just shooting the shit. And
What'd he say?
What did he say? He said that he was in real estate or something, which doesn't make sense. Or,
well, no, he's done with acting.
Now he's like
he
studying
studies
something.
in academia.
Yeah, in academia.
Really?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, it was just so funny because it felt like we had little signs along the way of our life.
That this was your your
path.
chosen. Absolutely.
We were meant to be podcasters.
Exactly.
Totally.
We're gonna do this long
about
enough
the
that-
most unniche thing.
Yes, about the most mainstream
universal
show.
Yeah.
Once we start making money on this thing, it's.
I bet you will. No, I bet you will.
Once
I bet you
MeUndies
will.
starts sponsoring us.
Yeah, or Blue Chew. Or
Sattva Mattress.
These are podcast advertisements.
Yeah.
We were literally so scared that you were going to listen to our podcast.
Yeah,
I did.
And then not respond to
Yeah,
us.
Ryan was like,
I was scared.
Ryan was like, she's out. She's out
I was like,
for sure.
we say some horrible things.
Yeah, you got. I mean, I said to my husband, I'm kind of scared they're going to make fun of me.
No!
And he was like, don't do it. And I was like, well, I think I'm just going to be like, don't make fun of me. And he's like, don't say that. They'll make fun of you. And I was like, no, I feel like I'm just going to tell them.
Do you think that we would invite you here and then make fun
Some
of you?
people do.
Yeah.
I mean, people do. You know, someone won't notice that they're mocking, or just whatever humor.
That would be
I mean, I
horrible.
don't know.
We're respectful people, except when we're talking to each other.
Yeah,
Then-
we're not
Yeah,
respectful
yeah.
to each other, but
Yeah.
that's just, or with Kayla, but you know, she's
Kayla's
the help.
Kayla's
I don't know. I mean, you just never know.
You don't. All right, well, this has been an absolute treat, like surreal, honestly.
Aw.
When you first walked down the stairs, I was like trying to say something. I was like, blah, 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 blah. Like, I didn't even know what I was saying.
Well, I'll just say I had a very nice time on the show, and the mods should listen to the show.
Yes.
I'll say that.
That's-
All right. So that other teacher, though, he was a better teacher than me.
No.
Do
he
you
was,
feel like you were like always like, where is Carolyn?
Yeah,
I was.
I
No.
did actually. I
I
literally.
was like, I think Malcolm's life would have been a little bit
It
sweeter.
would have been better, right?
He had a
I
hard.
cared
Yeah.
about him.
'Cause
I was
instead-
inappropriate with him.
Yeah, but in a way that I think maybe he was uncomfortable with it because he's just not used to getting some love and comfort. So I think
he got it from. I mean, his family obviously.
yeah, his
loved
family was
him.
loving, but I think somebody that saw him as like a real genius, and sometimes to the detriment of the other Krellboynes because everyone was like, he's. You know, he gets the special treatment. But I think he deserves some of that because he didn't really get recognition at home.
Yeah.
So you did a great service to Malcolm, I would
Thank
say.
you.
Yeah.
Thank
And I know you wrote it yourself. And
And you shot it, and you.
Well, as the
you were the
DP, yeah. No, I just sometimes I would lose the thread because I was the DP. You know,
Yeah.
you were in film school. You know,
Sure,
I get
yeah,
it.
right.
it's
I
a
get
lot.
Thank you so much for coming on.
You're
Thank you to
welcome.
everyone for listening to season 1. This is
Oh,
obviously a
yes.
special episode in between. We're hoping to have many more guests on, but this is the first, and honestly,
Setting the bar high
setting
for
the bar
ourselves.
majorly high.
Yeah.
And take the train, guys, because you never know what's going to happen on the train. You might meet the love of your life. So thank you so much, Cathy, and thank you guys for listening. And we'll see you very soon. It's going to be next week. We're going to start season 2.
Yep.
All
Thanks,
right.
guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Yay!
All right.
Thank you so much.
Yes, no, maybe. I don't know. Can you repeat?